And welcome back to another one of my videos. Summer's only a couple months away if you live in the Northern Hemisphere, and knowing how much people enjoy outdoor activities and going to the beach or local pool in the summer, I thought I'd show you another great money-saving tip that can also benefit your health. The information I'm about to tell you is well documented by numerous reliable sources online, and you can also look up the MSDS, or Material Safety Data Sheets, for the chemicals which I'm about to mention. Even though a chemical may be listed as a known hazard, it can be difficult to prove that a specific chemical was responsible for a disease or disorder. The information I'll be supplying to you is based on known hazards and preventative measures that you can take to greatly reduce health risks. Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make your own safe sunblock. Since the 1970s, all kinds of potentially harmful synthetic chemicals have been used in sunblock as the active ingredient, and many brands of sunblock also use inactive ingredients which may have the potential to be harmful to your body. The worst chemical of all, which is used in most sunblocks, is oxybenzone. The second worst is octinoxate. The next two are homosalate and retinol palmitate. Some of these chemicals are known to disrupt hormones, accumulate in the body, become toxic at higher levels, and also free radical producing when exposed to UV light. Free radicals can cause cell damage, which can lead to cancer or even speed up the development of malignant cells. So these chemicals, in my opinion, you should avoid. Meanwhile, people spray their children with these chemicals, not to mention their children are also inhaling the chemical mist as they're being sprayed. The next two commonly used chemicals are octisalate and octocrylene. Though they have similar negative effects, they're not as bad as the previously mentioned chemicals. If you look at charts online of skin cancer rates over the past 60 to 70 years, you'll see that the rates were fairly stable early on, and then when we got into the 70s, the rates started climbing, and then they went way up and away to the point we're at today. Is this just a coincidence, or do we have higher rates because of the chemicals being absorbed into our skin? It's anyone's guess. 15 to 20 minutes of sun exposure all over your body a few times a week is absolutely necessary for good health. The sunlight produces vitamin D, it boosts your immune system, and it actually prevents many types of cancer. The key is not to get too much sunlight to the point where you burn, especially on your face, where the skin is more sensitive. Now let me show you what you're going to need in order to make this high SPF safe sunblock. Now right over here is a very good brand. This is Neutrogena. Neutrogena, this is called Sheer Zinc. This is only 3 ounces in this bottle. Now this goes for around $10, $11 a bottle. And the main ingredient is a mineral rather than chemical. The mineral in that is zinc oxide. Now zinc oxide's been around for a very long time. It's used for babies for diaper rash, and that's what we have right over here. There are no known effects with zinc oxide. The only thing is, you want to be careful you don't inhale the dust. The other mineral that's used is titanium dioxide. It's almost as safe as zinc oxide. You can use either one, but I prefer to use the zinc oxide powder. This powder is a non-nano, and what that means, the particles aren't too small because you don't want them to be trapped inside your pores of your skin. In this sunblock here, the zinc oxide is right around 21%. I prefer to use 15 to 20%. 15% will work just fine. If you'd like a little higher sun protection factor, then go with 20%, and it's all by weight. So right over here, this is excellent right here, this lotion. You're going to take a lotion that's a good quality lotion, doesn't have a lot of chemicals in it. This one here, Acure, is very good. It's got all natural stuff inside of it. And over here it says 100% vegan, paraben free, all this other stuff is not in it. It's unscented. Look for something like this, and then you're going to use that as your base for the sunblock, and you're going to mix the zinc oxide powder or titanium dioxide powder, non-nano. To make it easier for you, I'm going to place a link in the video description area for the titanium dioxide powder, zinc oxide powder, this lotion here, and I'll also place a link for the digital scale. Right over here you see this is 12 ounces. So if we do a 20% by weight, 20% of 12 would be 2.4 ounces. This package holds 4 ounces of zinc oxide powder. In order for me to put everything back into this bottle, what I'm going to have to do is use 10 ounces and combine it with 2 ounces of powder. I'm going to mix it all together, and then I'm going to place it back into the bottle. Now in order to mix this, you're going to need a small little container. I'm going to be using the one you see right here. The foil is to lay the zinc oxide powder on when I weigh it. Then I'll take a mixer like you see right here. This one only has one plugged into it. You don't need both of these, just the one. Mix it thoroughly for a few minutes. If it gets too thick, you can thin it out slightly with a little bit of water, or you could even use some coconut oil. Now this one here, like I said earlier, is only 3 ounces for right around $10, $11. This one here is 12 ounces, and I paid I think $7 on sale. This was $5 for the powder, so the two together is 12, only $2 more. But I'm going to be getting more than 4 times the amount that's in this tube for the same amount of money. So you will be saving a lot of money. This sunblock here, even though it does have the good zinc oxide in it, it does have other chemicals, inactive ingredients, which I know very little about. They may be okay for you, or they may not be. With this lotion here, I know that the ingredients are safe in this one, so this is the perfect base for the zinc oxide powder to go into. So the first thing I'm going to do is weigh out 2 ounces of the zinc oxide powder on the scale. After I do that, I'm going to dump all the contents out. I'm going to keep 2 ounces to the side. That'll leave 10 inside this bottle. Combine it with the powder, and then put it back into the bottle. Alright, I dumped out half the powder. Let me just hit tear. Let's weigh it out. And that's perfect, that's 2 ounces. This is what I'm going to be mixing with the 10 ounces from the bottle. Okay, now I'm going to remove 2 ounces from the bottle. And we're at 0. Let me put a little bit of the lotion in there. Take out 2 ounces and we should be good. And you know what? Good enough. Alright, so we're going to take this, put this to the side, then I'm going to dump the contents of this bottle into a bigger container with the powder and mix it all together. Okay, this is the 10 ounces of the lotion, and over here is 2 ounces of the zinc oxide powder. Using the mixer, I'm going to insert it in here, turn it on, let it run slow, and then I'm going to gradually sprinkle in the zinc oxide powder, work it in, and ensure it's all thoroughly mixed together. In the event this becomes a little too thick, you can add a little bit of purified water, or you could even add some coconut oil. Okay, I mixed it for a few minutes. You can see the consistency right here. Perfect. I only had to add just a little bit of coconut oil. I really didn't have to add any, but I added it anyway. It's going to be very difficult now to get this to go back into the bottle unless you use a funnel. Place the funnel inside, take the lotion with the zinc oxide, dump it inside the funnel, and then you're just going to go like this until you get all of it into the bottle. Okay, everything's now inside the bottle. Let's try it out. Doesn't take much. Rub it on. And that's it. You're good to go. You just saved yourself a lot of money by making your own. You got 4 times the amount for the same amount of money. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be be sure to rate it a thumbs up, subscribe, and post links to this video on other websites and blogs. Also be sure to check out my video playlist as well. Thank you very much for watching.